is more decisive. We know exactly what we're doing, where the help is coming from. It takes a lot of teams like that because they're really great in the pick and roll. So it takes them out of the pick and roll a little bit. So I like how we was able to lock in and kind of make that adjustment quick and show that we can switch our defense up a little bit. So our effort and energy, I feel, is always in the right place, and sometimes our technique is not always there. But yesterday, I thought our technique was always in the right place yesterday.
Was that when you talked about defensively being multiple effort teams? Was that an example of that?
I think we multiple efforts. I think you set yourself up to do, get multiple efforts if you kind of on the same page defensively on what we need to do and making teams make 2 or 3 passes so you can, scramble. We can't make second and third efforts when they get into the lane, throw one pass and it's a dunk. You see what I'm saying? So, and a lot of that's just teams being good and shooting over top of us or catching a lob over top of us sometimes. And I wouldn't say that's a lack of effort. It's just sometimes the teams just got better offense in that possession than us. So, but once we in the paint, we seen last night we was in the paint a little bit more. They kicked it out 2 or 3 times. We was able to scramble and make them shoot some tough shots. So. It's all about making those guys make 2 or 3 reads instead of the quick actions to get a basket.
With Brad, he's been a high-level star for a long time. His first time in 8 years coming off the bench. How do you see him kind of handle that and approach that situation?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think he's coming into the game now, and I think we giving him more opportunities to have the ball in his hands. And I think I don't know if it's minutes, how many minutes, what's the difference between his minutes coming off the bench or starting, but
30, 31, 32.
is it about the same? I mean, so, is it really a change? You know what I'm saying?
He seems to think it is.
Yeah, I mean, but, when you look at the whole game, you're still playing a lot of minutes, you're still, getting your shots up, So the last 3 games, I feel like he's just comfortable in understanding where his shot's going to come from. Sometimes that's a struggle, not understanding what, exactly what the role is at that point, So when you got versatile groups, sometimes you can get lost in the shuffle a bit. It all happens with all of us when you have a good team. So, but I think pretty much I feel like he's playing the same type of game, just a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, I just playing off of this, last night I asked him, coming off the bench, there are games this year you've had less than 20 points on the guys off the bench. Last night you had 56. That's a big difference. It gives you a good bounce off the bench with him coming into the game.
Yeah, most definitely. You can say that. I mean, we had 48 points from off our bench between Grayson and Book.
And the rest of the guys gave you another 10.
And then, guys give you 4 or 6 here and there.
Right.
Also have 4 or 6. So that's huge, man, when you can do that. But when it goes to Brad, I don't believe his game has to change. He's his same type of diet that he usually shoots, same moves he was pulling off last night. He's been doing the whole season. I think he's just more aggressive. I think he's more aggressive the last 3 games and finding his shot, looking for his shot, and that's what we want him to do: is to go downhill, be himself out there. Obviously, you won't make the right play if it presents itself, but when you got that aggressive mindset, as soon as you get in the game, that just ignites our whole team.
Kevin, I've been asking guys about their pregame shooting routines. Yours is pretty legendary. When you first came into the league,
You say it's legendary?
Well, it's pretty well known.
Yeah, because I've been around for a while.
When you first came into the league, what was different? What did you do to prepare for one of your first 2 years in the league?
I wouldn't say nothing is different, to be honest. I mean, always just trying to focus on the fundamentals. Balance, follow through, get my legs up under me. But also trying to get a sweat in. I think that's the main thing. Just trying to get a little sweat in before the game. Not go through the motions. And my first hard move is when the game starts. You know what I'm saying? I want to push off and see how my body feels before the game. So that's usually my mindset when I work out.
Brooks said he uses it more to get into a mindset more than anything physical. Is there anything like that with you at all?
You tend to try to just lock in and focus on the task at hand and understand what you're getting into, because a lot of the times Book is being guarded by 2 people. We got different schemes, so sometimes you try to keep your mind clear of anything, just get ready, get focused so you can be ready to battle what's ahead, So some people will handle it differently. Some people got different approaches, and Books looks like it's been working for him. So, I'm sure he'll keep it up.
Has Fizz helped you with that at all?
Yeah, Fizz is. I think every coach that I've had that work with me pregame has helped me. Just little tidbits that they give me throughout the year and stuff that they see from the outside looking in. It's always good to have those conversations. That constant dialogue all year, every day about the game has only made me better over this time. So I'm just grateful for every coach that I had that invested in me because they really cared. You know, they really think that, you know, the 12, 15 minutes they get with us before the game, after practice, before shoot around, like that's an impactful time in somebody's life, you know. So I don't take it for granted. I try to lock in as much as I can on it.
You came in with Ishbia. What do you think of the...
Came in with here?
Yeah, here. Right after he bought the team, they made the deal for you. What do you think of the evaluation, your evaluation of the evolution of the franchise since you guys have been here?
I think the franchise has grown. I mean, the league has grown. The franchise has grown. I think we got more fans that watch us play. I mean, we ain't win a championship. I know that's where everybody, you know, that's the main goal. But I mean, people in the building, people within the organization can kind of see those small wins that we've accomplished up until this time, trying to build our identity. So I feel like it's been sweet thus far. I think we're progressing and trying to figure things out. What you think?
It's a long story.
Tell me. I got time.
I think that you're still recovering from the debacle with Sarver.
What does that mean?
The franchise went in a weird direction, you know, during that period of time.
So what are you trying to say? So what does that mean for us right now? What you saying? That means something to us right now?
I think with, you know, the way the salary structure is in the NBA now and, you know, the CBA, you know, you have a top-heavy organization. Salary-wise, it's hard to balance everything out. You know, it made a lot of deals in the middle of this to try and, you know, win the championship, which is what you're saying. And if you don't, now you're kind of stuck. But it all began in that era to get to here.
I mean, sometimes trying is, you know, sometimes you got to try to see, try to figure out where you want to go, you know. So sometimes it might not always work out perfectly the way you set it up, or the way you envision. But some people, you know, trying is better than not doing nothing at all, right?
Oh yeah, sure.
You know, so yeah, you get some people. I mean, it depends on who you look at, who you talk to. Perspective may be different. So I mean, I appreciate people that want to put in the work to try to, you know, get on that road to championship level. Right? It's hard, as we've seen, it's tough. But just putting yourself in position to try to do something. A lot of people don't even try to do stuff out here to be great. You know, so I can appreciate somebody like Matt and the rest of the staff and the whole organization trying to put the players in a successful position to see what it's like to go on a road to win a championship. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of franchises do that for their players.
Well, you've been in two organizations. You've been in two organizations recently.
I mean, four organizations.
But I mean, recently, with new owners who are coming in trying to figure out the league with a lot of money, and the learning curve for those guys as owners is as extensive as it is for you guys as players.
I think everybody's learning, from the owners to the new young coaches in here, like Dooley, and everybody's learning every day. This is an evolving game. It's evolving every single day. The business is growing every day, you know. So there's gonna be some twists and turns in this thing, but at least you're in here trying to figure it out. Some people stand on the outside with advice and solutions, but never got in the game, you know. So at least appreciate people who get in the game.
Texas.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling good about Texas and my Commanders.
I saw you repost that photo with Ryan. Can you talk about what your relationship's been like with him this year?
Yeah, it's been incredible, man. Him and Oso are my brothers, you know. I don't want to call them little brothers because they're wise beyond their years, but my younger brothers, you know, guys who just, once they get to my level of years in the league, they're going to have a lot of stories to give back to their generation after them too. So they're some wise dudes, man. I just love being around them. They challenge me, we challenge each other, we give each other energy, we hype each other up. I love all of that shit about them, man. And they stay into it and stay in tune with the game every possession. You know, that shows that coaches being built in the right direction. He's trying to do something, you know what I mean?
Right.
It might take a little time. You might not see that thing, you know, immediately. I know when you get a player like me, you think it's immediate success and straight to the championship. But little games like that, when you see Ryan go out there and play a great game, and also go out there and you start seeing him getting better and better and more comfortable, now that's the NBA to me.
Do you think there's some all defensive honors coming for him in the future?
Who?
For Ryan?
In the future, for sure. Not right now. You know, there's a lot. They gotta know you a little bit more. So more minutes you put in, but for sure, going down in the future is more than that for him, I think.
Kevin, another thing I have is just the rotations. Early in the year, you were saying, hey, when he push you in, you just gotta just play with it. No matter when he push you in, as far as the rotation. Like, you see it getting back to that because it's changed a little bit.
Who?
As far as the rotations, as far as like Devin's coming out maybe at the end of close to the end of the third. Tyus is coming out probably mid first. Mason's coming out early. Ryan's coming out early. We're playing the whole first. And you see that guys are maybe accepting the rotations more in terms of when guys are out of the game.
You got no choice. I mean, coach tell you to do something, we just got to do it. You know, and I'm sure some rotations may not be ideal for some certain players, but I think everybody's done a good job of adapting and figuring out. Not complaining or saying a word, but just coming in and doing their jobs. And, you know, that's what happens when you're trying to build a culture of just winning and competing and caring about the team. You know, so we got guys that care about the team and want to see the team do well.
Thanks, Kevin.
Yep.
You
Good talk,
understand
baby.
what I'm saying.
How we doing?
Like with the rotations now, how would you assess the rotations now? Mason and Brian were the first ones out.
Yep.
You come out maybe a little after the midpoint.
Yeah.
Wolf can come out late in the first. How are you assessing it now?
Yeah. I mean, that's what the rotations are. You know, we're I think assuming Buzz gonna stick with that for a good stretch to give it a fair look. And yeah, so just understanding. I think that's big for anybody. Kind of understanding what their kind of rotations are going to be, beforehand. Obviously, there's a certain field of the game as well, though. Like someone gets hot, someone has it going. It's not someone's night. You make adjustments throughout the game, but kind of understanding going into it what the rotations are going to be definitely helps, and it helps with the kind of your on-court chemistry as well. So.
Another thing I had was your situation where more off the ball. Devin seems like he's more on the ball.
Yeah.
How are you adjusting to that?
Yeah, just being ready to shoot, honestly, being ready to make defenses pay. They're showing, a lot of crowds to Book and K. And so, yeah, playing a little more off the ball, screening a little bit more. But, yeah, just doing whatever's asked of me, trying to just get back on track as a team. So, everyone's just trying to do whatever's asked of them to help contribute to winning basketball. So for me, being ready to knock shots down is what I'm focused on.
Brad's obviously another guy that's taken on a different role.
Yeah.
Recently, how have you seen him adjust to coming
Yeah.
off the bench?
Seen him adjust well, being ready to go, being aggressive as soon as he checks in the game. And that's been huge for us, and we're gonna need more of that out of him. But just coming in with the right mindset, being professional. It's been big and noticeable, and but at the same time, he's been playing well and coming in again aggressive, looking to score, looking to get to his spots, and that's what we need.
Is it a little bit jarring when there are lineups like changes like this, when after you've done things the same way mostly the same way for so long?
I mean, it's a part of it. It's a part of it, and we aren't winning games. So I don't think anyone would think we're going to continue to do the exact same things, from top to bottom. So shaking up the lineup, shaking up the rotations, things like that. We're just trying to figure out different ways to produce some different results. So I don't think it's too surprising to anybody. And again, whatever coach is asking of us, we're willing to do and make those adjustments, just because we're trying to get back, get back on track here. So, just trying to build off of last game.
What's been your assessment of Ryan and the starting lineup when he starts his guy?
I think Ryan's been great. He's been big time for us. Just his defensive presence, his physicality, how disruptive he is on the defensive end of the floor has been huge. and then offensively slashing, crashing the old boards, creating second chance points, has given us life as well. So I think he's been playing tremendous, and we've needed it, and we're going to continue to need it moving forward.
Is there anything like you or leaders on the team are kind of imparting on him as he's getting this experience?
Just to continue to be himself, continue to play with that, that edge and that toughness that he brings, and not try to overthink it or put too much, pressure on himself. And I think he hasn't. I think he's been playing extremely well. He's always willing to learn. He's always asking questions, and he gives 110% effort each and every play, each and every night. So I think it's been a good combo for him, and he just got to keep going.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.